Okay, so here we have this is actually a Hellcat lifter. This is my hot sauce lifter. For those of you on that joke too. Now this is an Engine Tech standard non-MDS lifter, and this is an MDS. I believe this is an Engine Tech MDS. Do not. Okay. Well, you may have seen it right before. So anyway, this is actually now. I also checked. I want to confirm that Melling is the OEM maker. I don't even think you can buy Mellings anymore. I bought a set of Melling lifters by the OE. They're not that expensive, but they are Mellings. So the 5701s, whatever. I know they don't come with the left or right markings on the lifter banks, lifter guides, but it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters about that. Obviously, if you got a non-MDS, if you have MDS, it matters which side's which. They don't want you to move the lifters, obviously, in an MDS set. So, Melling, OEM, Hellcat lifter, Engine Tech, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this. Now, you may have seen a video, the lifter fix failure issue forever. I'll talk about that. I do have some other stuff that I will be going over and be looking at in depth on this guy and this guy. This is the two different styles of MDS or MDS solenoids, and I'll go over that stuff a little bit later in the next video when I'm doing a real good analysis. The whole thing about running MDS, that's all hokum. It not even in the ballpark of realm of reality. But so back to the differences of the Hellcat lifter, and the previous generation. So if you noticed on this, if in the video, now I don't want to be able to show it here real good. You'll see these ridges right here. I got to make sure I get a good video of this thing. Last time I didn't. So you'll see these tiny ridges on here. Now they added these in the 2015 version. Come on, phone. Yeah, I'm actually using my phone now. Let me back off where I can see it really good. So there's these ridges built into the edge of this thing, which must be to stop like a hydrolock. I don't know if you can see it. I want to be able to show it here real good. So obviously this is the top part. This is and then this is. See it real good here right now. So what this is the new Hellcat design with this ridge right here, and the previous version did not have this. It was flat, right? So they must have had some like locking, not like a hydro locking almost going on, that they added this. So they made sure this is never going to get connected and never lock in. So now this version, I don't know why Engine Tech added this. Now maybe this is something to do with a patent. Maybe they would have gotten sued. That's why I think they add these differences. But this is to prevent that hydrolock thing too. Now I don't know when Engine Tech. I would not use an Engine Tech lifter. Don't even risk it. They're making engineering differences like this, and then they add this looks to be a smaller hole. And if you read anything about this, the one I've gotten was actually a larger hole. The ones I've seen before. I believe this is an Engine Tech. I believe that looks like an Engine Tech number. So now I don't know why they lowered this. They lowered the pressure, or they maybe thought maybe they were lowering the pressure too much in the engine, and you're just asking for trouble. Now obviously this shoots more oil down on the roller and the lifter, and they thought maybe, okay, well, because they do have the same size roller needles as the Hellcat, right? This is the Hellcat. You can kind of see this ridge right here too, and I think you can see the part number right. Yeah, you'll notice the AD on this, so that's the Hellcat lifter. So, and obviously I've got it here, got it emptied. And you'll notice there's not a ridge on the top of this one. So that's flat right there. Look at the engine tech top. And you'll notice that's flat there also. So this is what I'm really concentrating on right now. I'm not worried about this MDS garbage. But so you have these two lifters. That's the final difference I've seen, is that adding that little ridge right there. So that's what I wanted to just kind of clarify. I could talk a little. Don't buy the engine tech. Don't buy this engine tech garbage. I was playing around with it. I took it apart. It's you know, if you don't care about the engine, and you know, I'm not so sure. They seem to be okay, but for the extra, for the extra $80 or whatever, or is it even $80? These are like $50 or $80 for this, 80 to 100 for a set of Hellcat lifters, and these are like $220. So just buy the OEs. I don't think they can get most of these things you see on eBay are going to be these guys. Are these going to be these? If it doesn't say it's an actual OE brand, it's going to be these engine techs, and you're going to get them with the hole in them. So I got a set X set, and I sent them back. So anyways, that is what it is. And that's the difference. So, okay, I don't have my micrometer with me, but supposedly these things are the same size, and they look to be the same size. LS lifters and HEMI lifters are using the same bore size. And I'm going to do some stuff, some information on LS lifters, that kind of critical things you should know, putting them in, things like that. So I think this is actually okay. I thought when I cleaned this out with water, when I washed it off, this wasn't moving. This was locked up. So like you said, I'm going to do a full review of like MDS and versus the HEMI lifters. So stay tuned, subscribe, whatever, like it, whatever, hate it. But I'll be back. I've got and you're going to be really interested in this next one. So I'm going to go fully into the first and second gen MDS, and it's pretty cool. So stay tuned. Word of caution, when you pop these open, be careful. This thing is spring loaded. It will shoot you. It's got these two springs in here, which will shoot you. So be careful if you actually do want to throw them in the garbage, is where they belong. So don't take them apart.